For the last 15 years, Fortune magazine has come out with an annual list of the world's 100 fastest growing companies. The 2013 survey is in its upcoming issue, and here to reveal it now, first on CBS This Morning, is Fortune managing editor Andy Serwer. Andy, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Who's number one?
Jazz Pharmaceuticals. And
who?
Yeah, exactly. You might not have heard of them. They're from Dublin, Ireland. They make pharmaceuticals, drugs for the U.S. market. They have offices in Palo Alto and Philadelphia. They're especially successful with a drug called Xyram, which is a narcolepsy drug that's been selling like crazy for the past couple of years.
What does it take to get on this list?
You have to be a company that stock trades on the U.S. exchanges, more than $50 million in sales, so not tiny, tiny companies, and 3 years of financial performance.
And let's start with the number one that you just talked about, because I think it's indicative of the rest of the list. Most of the names on the list are companies we've not heard of. What does that say?
Well, it's really the sweet spot of the economy, Gail. I mean, it's a lot of companies that are really just starting to grow really, really fast. And these are where all the jobs are. These are where all the best investments might be. If you're in sales, you can see the list right there. Holly Frontier. We could talk about that because that's one of 24 companies that's in the oil and gas business. We are in the beginning stages of an oil and gas boom in this country, so that's why there's so many of those companies on the list.
Well, as you point out, this company is actually a reflection of the strengths of the economy at this point, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there are various trends, Anthony, you can go through. Of course, there are technology companies on the list, and that speaks to a company that everyone has heard of. Apple is on the list.
For the 7th year in a row.
That's right. That's right. And it's hard for big companies to be on the list to continue to grow so fast. But there are other companies like a 3D printing company, biotech companies. So, of course, those kinds of companies are strong.
What makes Apple so consistent, do you think, for such a large company?
Well, it has been the genius of Steve Jobs for many years. And, of course, you know, he's no longer there to lead the company. They continue to have incredible innovation, creativity, have an incredible workforce. You know, they have been slowing down a little bit lately. September 10th, when they introduce a whole new line of phones, that could be the next leg up for them.
I noticed there are also temporary job firms on this list.
That's another huge trend. I mean, so many jobs now are not the 9 to 5, 40-hour a week with 401ks. Everyone's moving around. It's a very workforce that's very mobile, and those temporary workforce companies are really speaking to that very strongly.
Is it hard to repeat on this list, Andy?
It is, because the bigger you get, the harder it is. I mean, it's easy to add $100 million of sales for some companies.
Yeah.
It's very hard to add $1 billion in sales. So to keep doing it year after year is incredibly, incredibly difficult.
Andy Serwer, thanks so much. To see
for
Fortune's full list,
first, Anthony, we should say for unveiling it here first.
Real,
oh, well, thank you guys.
Like that.
It's my pleasure.
To see Fortune's full list of the fastest growing companies, go to our website, cbsthismorning.com.